Unwind by Neal Shusterman. Chapter 48. Risa. Juvie cops always look the same. They look tired, they look angry, they look a lot like the unwinds they capture. The cop who now guards Risa and Connor is no exception. He sits blocking the door of the doctor's office they're being held in, with 2 more guards on the other side of the door just in case. He's content to stay silent, while another cop questions Roland in an adjacent room. Risa doesn't even want to guess at the topics of conversation in there. "The man we brought in," Risa says. "How is he?" "Don't know," says the cop. "You know hospitals. They only tell those things to next of kin, and I guess that's not you." Risa won't dignify that with a response. She hates this juvie cop instinctively, just because of who he is, and what he represents. "Nice socks," Connor says. The cop does not glance down at his socks. No show of weakness here. "Nice ears," he says to Connor. "Mind if I try them on sometime?" The way Risa sees it, there are 2 types of people who become juvie cops. Type 1, bullies who want to spend their lives reliving their glory days of high school bullying. Type 2, the former victims of Type 1s who see every unwind as the kid who tormented them all those years ago. Type 2s are endlessly shoveling vengeance into a pit that will never be full. Amazing that the bullies and victims can now work together to bring misery to others. "How does it feel to do what you do?" she asks him, "sending kids to a place that ends their lives?" Obviously, he's heard all this before. How does it feel to live a life no one feels is worth living? It's a harsh blow designed to get her to shut up. It works. "I feel her life is worth living," says Connor, and he takes her hand. Anyone feel that way about you?" It gets to the man, although he tries not to show it. "You both had more than 15 years to prove yourselves, and you didn't. Don't blame the world for your own lousy choices." Risa can sense Connor's rage, and she squeezes his hand until she hears him take a deep breath and release it, keeping his anger under control. "Doesn't it ever occur to you unwinds that you might be better off, happier even, in a divided state?" "Is that how you rationalize it?" says Risa. "Making yourself believe we'll be happier?" "Hey, if that's the case," says Connor, "maybe everyone should get unwound. Why don't you go first?" The cop glares at Connor, then takes a quick glance down at his socks. Connor snickers. Risa closes her eyes for a moment, trying to see some ray of light in this situation, but she can't. She had known getting caught was a possibility when they came here. She knew that being out in the world was a risk. What surprised her was how quickly the juvie cops had descended on them. Even with their unorthodox entrance, they should have had enough time to slip away in the confusion. Whether the Admiral lives or dies, it won't change things for her or for Connor now. They are going to be unwound. All her hopes of a future have been torn away from her again, and having those hopes, even briefly, makes this far more painful than not having had them at all.